DEF injects a urea-based chemical to neutralize nitrogen oxides. Together, these systems are responsible for the most expensive engine failures in the modern diesel industry. The DPF clogs constantly. Every few hundred miles, the truck's computer dumps extra fuel into the exhaust to burn off accumulated soot. If you do a lot of short trips, the filter clogs solid. Your $80,000 truck throws a warning light, drops into limp mode at 15 miles per hour, and refuses to move until you tow it to a dealership for a $4,000 cleaning. The DEF system is worse. The fluid crystallizes inside injector nozzles, sensors fail, and every failure forces the truck into reduced power mode by federal law. This is why commercial drivers and hotshot haulers are paying massive premiums for engines from before 2007. The 12-valve Cummins, the 7.3-liter Power Stroke. These engines have zero emissions computers, no DPF, no DEF, no regen cycles, pure mechanical brute force. A clean Cummins engine block from before 2007 now sells for more than twice what it cost new in 1998. Number 5. The parasitic smart alternator. This one is the most insulting. Federal fuel economy standards push manufacturers to squeeze every fraction of a mile per gallon out of their fleet averages. Engineers look for any way to reduce engine load. One easy target is the alternator. Generating electricity creates drag, and that drag costs 1/10 of a mile per gallon. So engineers came up with the smart alternator. Instead of constantly generating electricity, the computer turns the alternator off while you drive at cruising speed. It only switches back on when you press the brake pedal. The result is a measurable improvement on EPA fuel economy ratings, just enough to hit fleet averages. The problem is that your battery is now being constantly drained and recharged in short, intense cycles. Modern AGM batteries cost between $300 and $600, and they were designed to operate at a steady voltage. The smart alternator's stop-start behavior destroys them in 2 to 3 years instead of 8 to 10. Master mechanics are quietly removing smart alternators and replacing them with classic one-wire alternators from the 1980s. These old units do one thing. They spin, they generate a steady 14.2 volts, and they never ask a computer for permission. So here's where we are. Every single one of these parts was eliminated to make your car cleaner on a federal emissions test. Not cleaner in real-world driving, cleaner on a specific government test cycle. And in exchange, you got an engine that suffocates on its own exhaust, a catalytic converter that destroys your cylinders, motor oil that can't protect older designs, diesel systems that fail constantly, and an alternator that murders your battery. The mechanics who've been doing this for 30 years are not crazy for hoarding the old parts. They're the only ones being honest about what's happening. If you want a truck that will actually go the distance, start looking at the golden era vehicles before all this regulatory nonsense took over. The mechanics already are. Subscribe to Truck Guide. Every week we expose another planned obsolescence trap and help you find the engines worth keeping, because the dealership isn't on your side. We are.